curva a destra, which means a curve to the right. So you can't reverse your vehicle there. Question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la presenza di un codolo alto per separare le corsie. Falso. The question says this sign tells you that the lanes are separated from this point, which is falso, because this is restringimento da sinistra, which means the road is narrow from the left. Question number 2. Il segnale raffigurato vieta in transito ai veicoli che trasportano i prodotti facilmente infiammabili. Falso. The question says this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles carrying high flammable things, which is falso, because this sign tells you that you are approaching that part of the road which is easy to be set on fire. So it's telling you not to throw cigarettes out of the vehicle while you are passing this part of the road. Question number 3. Il segnale raffigurato comporta di moderare la velocità in modo da non costituire pericolo per la sicurezza dei ciclisti. Vero. This sign tells you to slow down. In that way you will create danger for the bicycles transiting on this part of the road, which is vero, guys. Have it in mind, anytime we're driving and we come across this sign, we need to always slow down and be ready to stop when necessary. Question number 4. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia, in caso di forte vento laterale, un pericolo che aumenta all'aumentare della superficie laterale del veicolo. Vero. This sign tells us that there will be danger in the event of strong wind, which is vero. Question number 5. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia, in caso di forte vento laterale, un pericolo che è maggiore per i veicoli che trainano caravan. Vero. The question says this sign tells us that in the event of strong wind, there will be high danger for vehicles towing another vehicle, which is vero, guys. Question number 6. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di pericolo. Vero. The question says this is a danger sign, which is vero because this is segnale di pericolo, which means danger. Question number 7. Dopo il segnale A si può trovare il segnale B. Vero. The question says you can find this B sign after the A sign, which is vero, because the A sign tells us that the road will be narrow, while the B sign tells us that at that point we need to give right to the vehicles coming from the opposite direction to pass before we continue. Question number 8. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito sostare in corrispondenza o in prossimità dei passaggi a livelli. Falso. The question says, in the presence of this sign, it is allowed for you to park your vehicle close to the railway line, which is falso, guys, because you can't park your vehicle close to the railway line. Question number 9. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un attraversamento per ciclisti, contraddistinto dagli appositi segni sulla carreggiata. Vero. The question says this sign tells you that you are close to attraversamento ciclabile, which is a crossway for bicycles, which is vero. Question number 10. I pannelli raffigurati servono ad indicare che ci si sta avvicinando al passaggio a livello. Vero, because the question says this sign tells you that you are close to a railway line, which is vero. Question number 11. In presenza del segnale raffigurato, Bisogna fare attenzione a possibile brusche frenata da parte dei veicoli che precedono. Vero, because the question says if you are driving and you come across this sign, you need to pay attention to the vehicle in the front because they might stop unexpectedly, which is vero. Because this sign here tells us that we might find stones on the road, or rather find stones falling from that part of the road. So we need to be always ready and also slow down. In that way, we will be able to stop when necessary. Question number 12. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia, in caso di forte vento laterale, un pericolo che è minore per i veicoli che carichi voluminosi sopra il tetto. Falso, because the question says in the event of strong wind, the danger is less for people that have load on top of the vehicle, which is falso. Question number 13. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forti raffiche di vento laterale all'uscita da una galleria. Vero, because the question says this sign tells us that there will be possibility of strong wind while exiting the tunnel, which is vero, guys, because this sign is normally placed close to the tunnel and it tells you if you are exiting the tunnel, you should be ready and also hold the steering wheel strongly. In that way, you will be able to overcome any danger that might arise. Question number 14. I pannelli raffigurati, se con due barriere, indicano un attraversamento ferroviario con due soli binari. Falso, because the question says anytime we see this sign, it means we are approaching a railway line with just two tracks, which is falso. Question number 15. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una strettoia sulla destra della carreggiata. Vero, guys. The question says we are approaching a narrow road from the right, which is vero, because if we're driving and we come across this sign, it means the road will be narrow from the right side of the road. Question number 16. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un dosso. Falso, because the question says this is a sign of dorso, which is falso, guys, because this is a sign of cunetta. Question number 17. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un divieto di transito agli autobus. Falso, because the question says this sign prohibits the transit of autobus, which is falso. Question number 18. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada in cui è consentita la fermata, ma non la sosta. Falso, because the question says on this part of the road you can stop your vehicle, but you can't park your vehicle, which is falso. Question number 19. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'obbligo di arresto ad un posto di blocco stradale, istituito dagli organi di polizia. Falso, because the question says this indicates the obligation to stop at a police roadblock, which is falso because this tells you that you are close to a traffic light. Question number 20. Su strada a due corsie e a doppio senso di circolazione, in presenza del segnale raffigurato è opportuno fare particolare attenzione ai veicoli provenienti dal senso opposto. Vero, because the question says in the presence of this sign, it is advisable to pay attention to the vehicles coming from the opposite direction, which is vero, guys, because with this sign, you can't really see clearly the vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Question number 21. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di obbligo. Falso, The question says this is segnale di obbligo, which is falso because this sign here is among segnale di pericolo, which is a danger sign. Question number 22. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una discesa pericolosa. Falso, because the question says this sign indicates a dangerous descent, which is falso because this is segnale di strada deformata, which means the road is in a bad condition and there will be potholes on the road. Question number 23. Dopo il segnale raffigurato è installato il segnale doppia croce di San Andre se la linea ferroviaria ha più di un binario. Vero, because the question says this sign is placed on a railway line that have more than one track, which is vero. Question number 24. Dopo il segnale raffigurato si può trovare un dispositivo acustico che avverte della chiusura delle barriere o delle semibarriere. The answer to this question here is vero, because the question says after this sign there will be a horn telling you that you are close to a railway line with barrier or semi-barrier, which is vero. Question number 25. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada su cui aumenta lo spazio di frenatura del veicolo. Vero, because the question says this part of the road, the braking space increases, which is vero, because this is discesa pericolosa, which means you are descending, and anytime you are descending from the E, the space required for you to stop your vehicle normally increases. Question number 26. In presenza del segnale raffigurato, il sorpasso del tram è consentito solo a sinistra. Falso, because the question says with this sign you can only overtake the tram from the left, which is falso because this sign tells you to watch out that you are close to a tram track. Question number 27. Il segnale raffigurato è posto prima di una salita rapida. Vero, because the question says this sign is placed before a hill, which is vero. Question number 28. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia ingresso in una galleria. Falso, because the question says this sign indicates the entrance of a tunnel, which is falso, guys, because this is segnale di dorso. Question number 29. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è necessario rallentare esclusivamente in caso di nebbia. Falso, because the question says you can only slow down if there is dew on the road, which is falso, guys, because this is telling you that you are close to a railway line. Question number 30. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada in cui è consentito effettuare l'inversione di marcia. Falso, because the question says in this part of the road you can reverse your vehicle, which is falso, guys, because this is curva a destra, which means a curve to the right, so you can't reverse your vehicle there. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you like the video, and if you do, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also on your notification bell so that anytime I drop a video you will get notified.